This is our smoke shack out back. There was Barbecue Alley where we had all the murals. And then this is right behind it, which is also where we do Pits and Punch on the first Saturday of each month. After wood delivery, all these bins get full of wood. And then here's the smoke shack. So inside here we've got Brutus, Buckwheat, Bandit, and Bo all sit on the inside. And then I'll take you outside here in a minute. Outside we've got Bam Bam, the beast back there that burns wood, makes our own coals. And then Babe is a little pig cooker sitting next to it. And then out back here is Bubba, the little 500-gallon smoker. So this is the beast. It's just now finishing up its day. And this is where we take wood, put it in here, and turn it into coals. Use it to feed the direct cookers. It does a hell of a job. Built for us by Mill Scale. And it's a beast. That's all I can say. So that's pretty much it for Cattlack. The best way to check it out is come eat. We'll see you then. Thanks a lot.
And then out here is the pit area. So we got, first of all, this is Dave. Dave's our pitch manager, pit master. We got the twin Moberg 1000s. First one we got was Norman. We got him a couple years ago. That was a tank from 1949 that I bought off of some guy out in Valley Mills. Just saw it sitting there in his yard, and it had a really long like stem coming out of it, which told me that it was probably an underground tank, which means it was probably a pretty thick wall. And sure enough, it's about a ½ inch, maybe just a little bit shy of a ½ inch thick. So once you get that thing up to temp, it really just stays there. It cruises pretty well. Same with, I mean, both of these Mobergs, they're really well built machines. And then we got Walter over here. Walter we got like the week after the top 50 list came out, which was impeccable timing. Had Walter just put on skids because our plan is to expand the brick and mortar either in this location or on a piece of land right down the street that we got. And so I'm not trying to put any more pits on trailers that we're then just going to have to take off the trailers. So yeah, Norman and Walter handle the majority of, you know, briskets, pork butts, ribs in the morning. Basically most of all of our like hot cooking items. And then if you come this way, we've got Fiona, which is a 1946 tank, so the oldest one that we've got. And she's a full ½ inch thick, built by Harper Pitworks out of Costa Mesa. Really nice trailer. As you can imagine, she takes a lot of fuel to get up to temp, but holds really well. So we do all of our cold smoking over here in Fiona. She is getting scraped out today, so it's crap it. And then our latest addition to the pack is our back of house prep board and whatnot. We leave mean notes to each other and such. So over here is where we're parked Lila and Alice. Alice is a mill scale fire table over there. So you can see we've got our planchas and our grill grates chilling on top of the firebox. Lila's a Moberg 500. We just picked the gals up a couple weeks ago from Dripping Springs, and already have gotten to do one really cool event on site with it, and we've been getting a lot more requests to do stuff like that, and so it's a good tool to have. One of a kind mill scale fire table, Moberg 500 on the other side. Pretty sweet. We're very fortunate to have that. It's called the Mo scale, or or the Scaleberg, whichever you want to call it. And then we've got our outdoor seating.
Do you want to talk about who they're named after?
Yeah, so Norman was Yvette's late grandfather. He lived to be 99. He passed away the week before we moved to Waco, actually. And he was the patriarch of the family. He was on a tractor until he was 96 years old. Crazy, hardworking man. We had to steal his keys from him at 98 because he just would not stop driving. I strive to follow in those footsteps one day and just, you know, be at it. For as long as my body will let me. And then, so Alice, the fire table, Alice was Norman's wife. And then Lila here was my great grandmother, my dad's side, and Walter was her husband. So one big happy family over here. And then there's Fiona, which we just named Fiona because she's thick and green like the character from Shrek. So.
This was an add-on that we created to the building. We've got 4 pits that are in here. We have 3 of these. Basically, all these pits they're all made locally. We've got one of our pit masters here. This is Derek Ray, Texas Derek on Instagram. I was going to see if Derek if you can give us a little tour of the pit room, show us what you got going on back there.
Sure. Yeah, so this is our pit room, like you said. We started off with 3 pits. We had these 3 right here. This is our rib pit. This is our, what we call shorty. It used to be on Blue, our owner's food trailer. This is our 3rd pit that we started with, what we call long pit. They all serve different purposes. We all have different proteins on them. We quickly realized that we would have to increase capacity. So our newest pit over here, this is Miss Flo. It's insulated firebox. We load this thing down with our briskets. We like to try to take this thing out to different events and festivals. And to keep ourselves entertained, we got ourselves a little TV and sound bar. Do a lot of prep work here in the morning, lay out all our meats, season, trim, stuff like that. And this is a table. This is definitely a table. All these pits serve different purposes. It was quite the learning curve when we first started. If you look, this firebox is raised. It's more grate level than what you'd find on a traditional offset. So we like to do our pork ribs on this guy. We do our poultry, chicken, half chickens and turkey. Just serves really well with the skin, crisping it up. Long pit, any overflow, cold smoking sausage, any pre-orders that we have to tackle. And then, like I said, briskets, beef ribs, and pork butts over there on the float. And this is where you can find me sweating it out from the early morning to late afternoons on most weeks. So if you ever find yourself in Beaumont and want to come check it out for yourself, feel free to come get a pit room tour here in person.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Reminder, check out Kevin's Barbecue Joints on his podcast, YouTube channel, website, Instagram. Again, you know where to find them, guys. Thank y'all, and we hope to see y'all soon here at 1701 Barbecue.